Y'all just don't know the struggle I just went through to get this video. Okay? I recorded 5 videos that would not save, got deleted. I was frustrated, so I went to the store to run my errands, only to get a message to tell you guys while I was at the store, which was you need to go back to the basics. In a crisis, you go back to the basics. Those with infants, I understand you may need to get formula, but guess what? Formula is not the only option. Worst comes to worst. You need to have you some cans of carnation milk that could last a little while, a bottle or two of KO syrup, and stock on liquid multivitamins and fresh bottles of water. That alone, those 4 things, will give you formula for your baby if they run out of formula that you're used to. My people who love to be like you're afraid of washcloths, guess what? Instead of running out buying paper towels and tissues, because eventually you'll run out of that too, the next best thing, back to the basics, a washcloth. You can reuse a washcloth. You can't reuse paper towels and tissues. Okay? So don't be afraid of the washcloths. That'll keep you clean. And if you needed to wipe yourself, you'd be able to. For others of you, back to the basics, dry foods. Especially if you don't have a backup generator and you over here stocking up on frozen foods, that might not be the best idea if the power goes out and you don't have a backup generator. All that food, you're going to have to start eating it quick and fast, or it's going to thaw out and then it's going to be spoiled and then you just wasted money. And you could have had that cash in your pocket. God forbid you needed that. Because if the power goes out, you can't use your debit card. You're going to have to pay for cash, everything with cash, right? So more important is to have cash on hand. It's more important to have some washcloths and some type of soap, even if it's dish soap. You could bathe with the dish soap, God forbid. You could wash clothes with that dish soap. You could do a lot of things with it. Back to the basics. If we ever had to start from square one again, you would have to go back to basic things. Dry foods, like I said. Canned foods, like I said. Okay, necessities. Paper towels and tissue is not a necessity. Not too long ago, that was a luxury for us. Let's be real. We are over consumers, and the first thing y'all guys go run out and get is paper towels and tissue. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Anyway, for others of you, you prayed recently. You prayed recently to find out if the person you was with was the person for you, and they weren't. And I'm sorry to sit there and break your heart again, because this is confirmation for the second time. For some of you, the third time, and for others of you, the fourth time. Okay? How many times is this person going to break your heart? How many times is this person going to cheat on you before you sit there and love yourself? How many times are they going to sit there and break your trust? How many times you said that prayer and it was answered because they did something right after you said that prayer? It's time to lose the loser and give yourself as many chances as you gave them. That message was very crystal clear for someone. For some of you, you have an unknown ancestor that has been helping you. You think it's someone else that you personally know, but there is an ancestor that you don't know that has been helping you this whole time. And this is why in all the messages they were adamant about you learning your heritage, because there's a picture of them. Someone in your family has a picture of them. And when you see this person, you're going to know that this person is that person. Because for some of you, there's something about how they look they look just like you somehow, some way. Like that could be like your doppelganger or something in the family. I don't know. But they said when you see their picture, you're going to know it's them. And then you're going to ask questions about this family member, and you're going to realize that this is why you were craving that. This is why you were smelling that. This is why this is going to make a lot of more sense. For others of you, you are suffering and breaking your own heart for no reason, because there are people that have been willing to help you and you've been rejecting the help, only for you to sit there and say, I didn't have nobody to help me when I did this, when really you had spirit guides and ancestors sending these people to help you and you've been rejecting them. Allow yourself to receive. It's okay. You don't have to suffer as much as you've been suffering. Let that pride and that ego hit the dough.